Development of a fetus in the uterus is of interest to both scientists and expectant parents. An embryo develops a neural tube, a fluid-filled structure that will later develop into a brain and a spinal cord. At 5 weeks and taste buds at 15 weeks. Fetuses have been known to show dream-like patterns through rapid eye movement, REM, at 9 weeks. In the uterus, the fetus yawns and may experience taste and smell. The heart rate of the fetus decreases in response to its mother's voice. This suggests that the fetus somehow recognizes its mother's voice and is calmed by it. Even at birth, a baby always responds already to and prefers its mother's voice. There is also evidence that stress in mothers increases cortisol levels and produces more active fetuses, and that more active fetuses are in turn more irritable infants. A baby's predisposition to certain tastes may be linked to what it was exposed to in the uterus. The amniotic fluid contains traces of chemicals from the food the mother eats, and the fetus swallows amniotic fluids. A study headed by pediatric neurologist Dr. Peter Haltenlocker has provided evidence that the majority of connections between neurons are made in the first 3 years of a child's life. The study indicates that a child's brain contains twice as many neurons and it consumes twice as much energy as a normal adult brain. A study done at Baylor College of Medicine indicates that children who do not play or who are rarely touched by their mothers develop brains that are 20% to 30% smaller than normal for their age. Other studies show that in neural development from the fetal stage to 10 years of age, connections between neurons develop as a result of the firing activity of neurons. Stimulation causes axons and dendrites to grow and produce synapses. If these connections are not reinforced by activity, they are eliminated from the brain's circuitry. Studies of infants faced with emotional or physical trauma show that they also increase secretions of cortisol in response to stress. Cortisol has been shown to shrink regions of the brain involved in learning and memory. A newborn can also recognize and express emotion. Smiling mothers elicit a smiling, gurgling response in their babies. The infant's early response is linked to the social skill development need for interpersonal relationships. The language spoken to a baby has been found to influence brain development. For example, babies spoken to in Japanese have different neural circuits than those spoken to in English. Of the 100,000 human genes, 50,000 are dedicated to constructing and maintaining the nervous system. Some of these genes have been linked directly to learning. In fruit flies, a gene called CREB has been shown to increase its activity as a result of motor neuron stimulation. When this gene was inhibited in giant snails, their short-term memory developed, but their long-term memory did not. The same gene is found in humans. Other genes may also be involved in learning.